Hi, today I'd like to talk about how to record a mono signal in Windows 10 when you're using a two-channel audio interface. In my case, I'm using an inexpensive Behringer UM2 interface that I got off Amazon that was about $30. It's a real simple unit, a basic two-channel unit, but it was only sending my voice to the left side when I was trying to narrate a video capture. So the problem is when you use a two-channel or stereo interface with one microphone and you're recording your voice, like say for a screen capture in this example, the audio is only coming out on one side. So the question is, how do you deal with that? So how do you get the sound to be centered and come out both sides equally without really any kind of or very much post-processing, or better yet, no processing at all? I came across a few things. I'll start with Audacity as an example. And in this case, I've got an example of where I recorded using the interface, and of course it comes on the left side and nothing on the right because I'm just using the one channel. So this is pretty simple on Audacity. You're just going to go up to the audio track here, all right, with a little down arrow, and you go down to split track to mono, and that gives you two separate tracks. Instead of one stereo track, you've got two mono tracks, and you simply delete that second track, and this then gives you a single track that'll be equally in both channels of your mix. Like, it's not a mix at that point, it's just the signal. So that's pretty simple on that. Another example I wanted to show was DaVinci Resolve, and this will probably be the same on other video editors as well. I'm just using these because these are examples that I happen to use these all the time. So on DaVinci, what I found was if you've got your track on here, you've got your video and your audio, you want to highlight the audio, and you might have to unlink these two, but you want to make sure that your audio track is highlighted. And here you're going to right click, you go up to clip attributes. This one wasn't very obvious to me. So it normally comes up on video, but you'll go to audio, the audio tab up here, and where it says down here source channel, it shows channel on track left and right. So the left has our audio as we would expect. There's nothing on your right, or at least that doesn't show anything. But what you want to do is have it embedded channel 1. And what that does then is basically capture two channels, left and right. I did not find a way to make this mono. If there was a way to do that, I'd appreciate somebody putting that in the comments section and showing me the light on that. But what happens here, this works kind of good, but the problem is you can get clicks and some other artifacts when you actually go through the processing on this. But it does work, but I would say this was not a perfect solution to that problem. So you might think about some of your interfaces as well. So let me show the one I'm using here. So this is the one I'm using to record this right now, is the Behringer UM2. So this is where my mic's plugged in, and I'm getting a mono track on the left side. So that's what that is. So this doesn't have any other selections as far as trying to record it in mono or anything like that. My next thing that I use in my studio is a Tascam unit. Let me blow this up a little bit. And on this, it does have what looks like a mono switch. And what that is for is just for the monitoring with your headphones. It'll turn that into a mono signal, which is useful if you're recording guitar or something like that, or your voice, and you want it to come out in the middle. So that works out good. But it does nothing to the signal that's sent to your computer or workstation. So some interfaces that'll work on, but in my case on the Tascam it did not. So that's just something to keep in mind. All right. So get down to the matter here. So the simplest way I found eventually was to use Windows itself, and you go down to the Start menu. That's the little Windows logo in the bottom left-hand corner, and you go to the little gear icon. That's your settings, and you want to go to Ease of Access. Ease of Access. So this is where it's going to make some of these changes for you. On the left-hand side, about 2/3 down over here, it says Audio. You want to click on that. And then here, this little button here, Turn on Mono Audio, is normally off, which means it's going to be in stereo. But if you turn this on to mono, then everything that's being captured on the computer will be in mono, which means it plays back in mono as well. So generally you wouldn't use this for general computing purposes or looking at videos or playing a game or something. But when you're doing a recording like this, this was the way I found I could bypass all those issues and just turn it on to a mono signal. And so everything I'm doing right now until I turn the switch off will be in mono. So that works out real well. So it just as simple as that. There's no other software you have to buy or any kind of weird downloads or any other processing you have to do. So feel free to let me know if you have any questions or suggestions on other ways to do this. Leave any comments in the comments section below. And please remember to thumbs up if you really like this or found this to be helpful. And then, if you really like the channel, please subscribe. And if you have any requests or anything, please feel free to let me know about that as well. And so, thank you very much. I hope this was helpful.